when was it when you started like introducing him into like the social media world? Like obviously people put like their dogs on social, but when was it a point when you're like, hey, we should like really get into the social stuff?
So it was about like, he was like 6 to 8 months old, and he hangs out the window of the car. Like it's very dramatic. Like he has a big fluffy teddy bear arm that just like lets droop down, and like it's just, he like leans out the window looking at people. And then if he's wearing goggles, it's like, forget it. So everyone would always stop and take pictures, and it was just a scene. Like he is an interesting creature without the celebrity factor at all. He's just, people want to take pictures. People who don't know who he is still want to take pictures and interact with him. So I just saw the attention that he was getting out in public. I was like, this is insane. If people want, if in real life or if out in public, then, you know, the internet's going to love it also. And so, you know, I just started posting him on TikTok every day. I said, posting this dog every single day until he blows up. And then it was like the 10th video went viral of just him with goggles. And we got like 35,000 followers overnight on TikTok. And that just kind of gave me the motivation to continue posting consistently every single day for a year straight. And at that time, that's when I ventured into full-time content creation.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you mentioned, the like leaning out the window, which is one of the more unique ways I've seen a dog lean. Like he literally just puts his arm out and like kind of leans on his like shoulder almost out the window. What are some other like, what are like little quirky things about him that maybe people don't like recognize or pick up that's like only he kind of does?
I mean, he is like known as like the chillest dog. Like anything we do, he's open to. And like I just throw him on a jet ski. It's like, hey, bro, you want to try this jet ski? And then he's like a little weary at first. Then he steps on it. And then he's literally, I don't know if you've seen the video. He's like, has his paws on the back.
I'll put it on the screen.
That was the first time we've ever been on jet ski. That's the only time we've ever been on jet ski. Kind of the same concept of putting him in the backpack on the bike. Like he's just about it. Like he's just like, I'm with dad. We're good to go. I trust him. He's not going to let anything happen to me. And so like, that's pretty rare for like a dog just to have that much trust to be down for whatever. As far as like quirky, like nuanced things, I can't really think off the top of my head right now. But
well, like what's something that he does that's like a like that? Like I would say, leaning out the window is a unique thing that only he kind of does.
Yeah, and I never can capture this on camera. He puts down the window for himself all the time. He's in my back. If he's in my back seat, he'll put the window down, and then I'll just like look back, and he's hanging out. But I just never have a camera rolling when he does it. But he's done it.
Oh, he just like knows that he's like, I know that this button puts the window down.
Yeah, he knows.
And so as a puppy, you started like, I guess, I mean, I'm assuming he spent like every waking second with you.
Yeah. So like since he was pretty much born, he's been looking at me. But yeah, so he sleeps in the bed as long as it's cold enough. If you don't let your dog sleep in the bed.
Well, we need to quick dive on this because when I obviously share my life, and you know, I don't have a dude account. It's at Max Tuning on YouTube and Instagram. But I remember when I went through the very regimented puppy training process. I was like, you know, I did the proper crate training. I was like, you know, in the middle of the night, I take him out the 3 times. I wake up. Like, I mean, I was like to a T what you like should do, and and I think it worked out great because he turned out great. And potty training
is great. I recommend.
Yeah, exactly. But when I put him in the bed, which was the first night that I ever. Once he didn't go to the bathroom inside for like 2 or 3 weeks, I was like, okay, well, let's let you sleep in the bed for this first night. It was like, he was like 6 months old. And that was the last night he ever slept in the crate. Like that was the first night in the bed was like he never went back in the crate ever again. And people were telling me that dogs in the bed, there's 2 opinions on it.
Okay.
Well, besides people who are for it, the people who are against it said the sanitary aspect of it, which I'm like, whatever. Yeah. Like, I'm like, I don't need to live in fear of like what my dog has. And the second thing was they're like, if you let your dog sleep where the master sleeps, they don't represent you as the alpha, and it puts you on the same level. I was like, you are overthinking this.
Yeah, the stupid dominance theories of like certain actions that you allow your dog to do, and that gives them a signal. Like maybe it is true with some canines, but like the point where dogs are domesticated to this point, like everything that I've heard is just so laughable of things very similar to like if you let them sleep on your bed, you know,
Dude sleeps on my pillow.
Yeah. That's clownery. The sanitary aspect, I mean, honestly, would be a better argument if that's your thing. Obviously, you know, sanitation is my thing too. But Brody gets groomed every 2 weeks. He's cleaner than most people, so like that's not an issue for me.
Brody probably has to. Dude's on a every 2 week schedule as well.
That's very rare, might I say. That's very rare that a doodle owner gets a dog groomed.
Well, I think people don't understand about the doodles. I mean, obviously with Brody, his level of hair, the the complications for matting has probably increased way more than dude. But the first time you ever got matted, which people don't know, is just the hair kind of like twisting up and getting matted, and you have to shave that part off, and then you have to pretty much shave the dog because you're gonna have this section of no hair.
Usually you have to shave them. If you find a groomer who's patient and you're gonna pay them enough money, they're gonna figure out a way to demat the dog. If it's not a super severe case. Brody, and it kind of is like a learning curve for a lot of doodle owners. They don't know what they're getting into as far as the maintenance requirements. I brush Brody like 3 to 4 times every week in between his grooming sessions that he gets every 2 weeks from a professional. But yeah, Brody was matted like early on, and then I found a groomer, Fanny, shout out to you. That was my groomer just, for a little span, but she was the one who dematted Brody that first time. And ever since then, I've been getting him professionally groomed. And now I have a mobile groomer that shows up. He's a character, and we make fun content together all the time also.
Yeah. I mean, I think people don't realize, like they see, I would say the Golden Doodle is probably the most trendy dog to get, and for good reasons. I'm like all the personality traits, the
most hated dog breed also.
Are they really?
For sure, it's not even close.
Why is it? Because it's like another person with a Golden Doodle. Yeah, yes. What is going on, guys? I am Max Tuning, your host. I hope you enjoyed this little clip. If you want to see the full magical, lovely episode, just click the link down in the description or search "Don't Be Sour" on your favorite podcast streaming service. And remember, thank you for tuning in.